It starts 2 weeks after episode 1 and John Jameson recovered from Ravencroft and NASA is telling John if he can take another trip to the moon. John accepts and is ready another mission.
All by myself. It started 6 months ago at Cape Kennedy, with the takeoff of a special and scheduled moon flight. One that received no publicity because officially no flight occurred. I can't tell you the reason for our mission. It was and is top secret. But in every way it is the same as the previous public moon flights. In every way that is but one.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I found something on the moon's surface. The strangest rock I've ever seen. Well, I guess I'll take it back.
After coming back to Earth, I immediately took the rock for investigation and tests. Turns out that this rock was called the Interdimensional Godstone. I was surprised. I didn't think one more rock would have mattered. There were already so many samples. I have a friend who works in Thai Quarantine Center. With a little help I got him to borrow the moon rock from me. After my friend had bring back the rock to me, I had my rock made into a pendant, and I looked to wearing it on my neck. Well, let's just say I didn't think much of it at first. Arriving back to New York around sundown, I started feeling weird. As much as it seems weird, I still didn't think much of it and just left to go home. That does it. Mr. Jameson has gone too far. Every time something happens he blames it on me. Why don't you leave me alone, Jameson? I have had enough of his papers a ways making a bad name for me. One day I'll prove Mr. Jameson wrong and big time. Remember that, Jameson. That's supposed to be the way we live. After Scorpion's little incident I still get crap for saving the city. I try to make the best of this cruel city. Later that night, I was heading home when I started to feel off. I looked at my rock, then looked at the full moon. That's when it all began, my transformation.
This night is quiet. No villains or any low-level thugs. Well, this night I wasn't expecting. Spider-Man then heard a loud scream. Spider-Man, we meet again.
I never met you.
I thought you'd be afraid and I won't let you in again, you pathetic Spider.
Spider-Man and Man-Wolf began fighting. Man-Wolf clawed Spider-Man's shoulder, then thrown him to a nearby roof sign, electrocuting Spider-Man, which temporarily knocked him out and gave John time to get out of there. John manages to find his dad, Jonah Jameson. But when trying to break into his dad's office, his father's office, Mr. Jameson freaks out and starts demanding who that is. John tries to convince his dad to listen, but Jonah ain't buying it. So John has no choice but to try to stay control before the wolf inside takes control. That's when Spider-Man came up behind the Man-Wolf and punched his ear, then webbed up John with webs. Spider-Man then removes the rock from John's neck while John screams in a painful way as he turns back into a human. John eventually survives but is left in a coma. Mr. Jonah cannot believe what he just said and starts to attack Spider-Man, but Spider-Man leaves. The next day Peter sees a newspaper of Spider-Man attacking Jonah's son, which makes Peter very upset. Every day people are questioning if Spider-Man is really a hero or a menace. Spider-Man doesn't want any part of it, so he heads off home for the day. Then he gets a phone call from Gwen saying that Harry's gone again.